Pride of Higara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone. Hello. This is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard to Starship Enterprise for another episode of the RPG series where we are testing out the Bablon 5 ships that I have implemented into my mod. So, in the last episode, we really didn't make a whole lot of progress. It was mainly just explaining the ships and how they work and the differences that from the vanilla mod to my mod, some of the changes I made. There's probably more changes that have happened and I just haven't realized it because I've been modding this for so long. Anyways, we went with an interesting theme for our ship names for this series. We're basically gone with all, older pet names that used to be around with me. So we have Sherlock, which is our I don't think I explained exactly what he is in the last episode. He is a lab and blue healer mix. He is more on the blue healer side. He's very active, likes to chase things, likes to bark at things. But unfortunately, he is tall as a lab and white as a blue healer. He is a he is a monster, but he's our monster and we love him. And then we have Watson, which was actually one of the brothers of the lab and blue healers, because we had a lab and blue healer get together like, I don't know, over a decade ago and made like 8 babies. One of them was Watson, one of them was Sherlock, and Watson is more on the lab side. So he was a very loyal dog who did what you had to, or did what his master told him to do, and enjoyed playing and enjoyed running around. Unfortunately, he passed away earlier this year, so Rip Watson. He was a great dog. And then we have Daisy, who was a basset hound I had a long time ago for a couple of years. She was good. She was loyal, but she also was not that smart. And eventually she did not like fireworks, and we had one of our neighbors that liked to shoot fireworks every 4th of July, because I live in America, and that's just something we do. And it ended up freaking her out. She dug herself out of the fence area that we had for her, and her collar got caught on it, and she ended up running away without her collar on, so no one knew who she was. So unfortunately, we lost her. But since she wasn't a really smart dog and it was very difficult to train, it was actually kind of a relief that we no longer had her. Even though she was a good dog, she just wasn't smart. And then these two over here, which I'm actually thinking about flopping their names. We have Isabella and Princess, who are the cats that we used to have where I live. And I'm actually going to switch them out. We're going to name the Victory class Princess and the Warlock class Isabella. And the reason I'm doing that is because Princess she wasn't a big cat. She was a tuxedo cat. But she was very dominant. Like, her happy place was in my lap and me petting her. Once Isabella came around, she ended up putting her foot down in Isabella. So Princess was the one that always had to eat first. Princess was the one that had to get my attention first. And Isabella always came second, which I always felt bad for her. But that was the way Princess's personality was, because Isabella kind of moved into Princess's territory and she didn't like it. So since she's the dominant version of all of these animals, she's going to be the one that leads us. And Isabella was more of the hyperactive, playful type. So being a warlock with tons of weapons and missiles kind of makes sense, because it's more like, hey, you want to play? I have all these weapons. Oh, you're dead. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, you want to play? Like, she kind of has, if she was a commander, she would have that personality. She wanted to show off all of her weapons and not realizing that she's murdering people. And Watson being in the Omega Destroyer makes a lot of sense, because Watson also was a dominant type of animal. So him having the ability to persuade enemies to join us through dominance and intimidation makes a lot of sense. I don't know if that's actually how the mega ships operate in the series, because again, I've never seen Bablon 5. I'm just comparing these to my animals. So please don't judge me. But anyways, yeah. So we have a Victory Destroyer, a Warlock Destroyer, a Omega Destroyer, a Nova Dreadnought, and a Avenger carrier as our group that we're going to be using to run this map and try to clear it. On the last episode, we cleared out a tier 1. They kind of just have a little bit of combat in the last episode. And this episode, I'm planning to not actually do a whole lot of talking. I want us to get some fighting in so we can really start testing these ships.
Looking for something?
And in order to do that,
On my way.
we need to do some exploring because we haven't explored a whole lot of our planets because I didn't know how long I was going to be talking, so I told the scouts to not actually doing any exploring. So we'll do some exploring now. I'm going to bring the scouts up. We're going to explore these planets. And actually, I'm just going to tell them to auto scout. I've modified the scouts to have a crap ton of survivability, so I don't need to worry about them dying. But yeah. Anyways, we're going to let the scouts do a little bit of their job. Hopefully we can find a tier 2 planet to test out these ships, and I will be right back when that happens. Oh, okay. Cool. So the 2 planets in front of us are both ice planets, and they're both tier 2s. So, just like how the militias were previously, I have kept the different tiers of defenses the same. Of like what type of ships will be available, or should I say like what class of ship will be available. The only difference is now instead of just TEC, you have all the factions you're fighting. So we have the 2 Sentinels, which are Advent anti-fighter ships, 6 Acolyte corvettes, 5 Disciples, 5 Artemis heavy frigates, which are the frontline heavy frigates of the Bablon 5 people, faction, not people. 7 Olympus corvettes, which I believe those are just anti-fighter corvettes. 3 Acquaintance light cruisers, which are long-range frontline frontline ships of the Star Wars faction. 6 CR-90 corvettes, which are the anti-fighter corvettes. 2 are, I think those are just, actually, the CR-90 are kind of like anti-fighter, anti-corvette, because the 2 Lancers are the anti-fighter frigates of the Star Wars universe, and they are deadly because of all the lasers they have. I balanced it out as much as I could to make sure that they don't do a crap ton of damage, but still have a decent amount of killing capability for enemy fighters and missiles. And with the durability update, just giving them a very low piercing will help out a lot because that'll give it a damage resistance to higher tier ships. And we have 3 flak frigates, 2 cobalt light frigates, 5 missile corvettes, 5 Sherigans, 5 defensors, which I believe are the anti-fighter of the Vasari, 2 Wardens, which are the anti-fighter frigates of Vasaris. The defensors, I believe, are Corvette class. Skirmishers, which are the front line of Vasari ships, and 5 Raiders, which are the anti-capital ship corvettes. So yeah, a lot of enemy ships we're fighting, and the supply, I believe I have it set to be anywhere between 250 to 350, I think is what it will spawn in, somewhere in that range. And then we got 308 and 290, so basically in the middle. And I guess what we can do is we can fight this tier 2, and then fight that tier 2, and then make our way up here to try out a tier 3. But hopefully by then we'll be level 2. We'll have a couple pieces of research in. But anyways,
What do you need to know?
yeah, we'll just keep the scouts going around and scouting.
Standing by. Easily done.
Let's get our ships moved up. We'll have Princess lead. She's gonna hyperspace in first, and then the rest of them should follow right behind. So far, I am kind of liking this group. We haven't really done one battle with them, but I think it's because I like them because they're all named off of animals that are close to me. So I already feel like a strong emotional connection to all these. Which, for those of you that don't know, I am demisexual. And demisexual people, emotional attachment means absolutely everything to us. It's how we get into video games. It's how we get into relationships. It's how we get into friendships. If I don't have a way to emotionally attach to something, then I don't feel the need or the desire to put time and effort into growing whatever that feeling is. So yeah, it can be a pain in the butt because of that feeling. I see things a lot differently than most people do, and I tend to do things differently than most other people do because that attachment is how I get motivated and how I get inspired to do the things I want to do. All right, so our fleet approaches.
Commander.
We are going at normal speed. Cool. Alright. So, Princess,
That's
go
more
ahead
like
and
it.
move in. The rest of you
Standing by.
guys,
Easily done.
follow behind.
Good day, Commander.
And for research, I think we're going to currently focus on getting armor up. We're going to do armor, hull, then shields, and then probably
Flying jump
antimatter.
coordinates.
Actually, we'll do armor, hull, antimatter, then shields. Because antimatter is going to be very important for this group. Especially as we start fighting higher tiers to have more and more ships, which means the battle is going to take longer and longer. And we're not going to have the antimatter pool to do our abilities for long periods of time unless we get it built up. Alright, we have arrived. The rest of them are getting ready to jump, but Princess is here.
This won't be so easy.
Let's move up, Princess.
Proceeding as ordered, but I don't like this.
Get the attention of all of them. And the only ability you currently have is just a slight ability to miss enemy hits. Blah, 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 blah. Can't see anything on our scopes yet. Ooh.
Comlink
Hello,
active.
Sherlock. Alright, Sherlock,
Yes,
you move
Commander,
in.
at once.
Isabella,
day,
you move in as
Commander.
well.
That's more like it. Comlink active.
Starting to launch our missiles and use our fusion beams.
Comlink online. You made the right choice.
Boop, boop. Go ahead and launch everything. Here we go.
TACOM over.
All of our fighters. I want you guys. Where was the ward? Not the warden. No, that would be a horrible matchup. Fight the
Accelerating to
missile
attack
robots.
speed. Comlink active. Easily done. Ready for battle. That's more like it.
Isabella, move up on par to Victoria. Not Victoria. That's the wrong character. To Princess.
Good day, Commander.
Mega.
Easily
I want
done.
you on the left side.
Standing by.
Avenger.
You made the right choice.
Daisy, I want you behind.
Ready for
Warlock,
battle.
you are
Yes,
on
Commander,
Princess's
at
right
once.
side. Isabella, I should say.
Comlink active.
Sherlock, you're going to be on the
Easily
left side.
done. Ready
Mega, you're
for
going to be
battle.
God dang it.
That's more like it.
Watson, you're going to be a little bit
Easily
behind.
done. Reading you
And
loud and
Daisy,
clear.
you're going to be
You
directly
made the
behind.
right choice.
Or behind on the right side.
Comlink active. Yes, Commander. At once.
All you guys, I want you to not move.
Squad leader here.
Fighters, you're free to move.
Reading you loud and clear. You made the right choice. Set a course. Comlink active.
Let
Yes,
them come to
Commander.
us.
At once. Ready for battle.
Alright. Cool.
Good day, Commander.
Once the big enemies get close, we can have Isabella use her primary weapon.
Ready for battle.
And Watson.
Good day, Commander. Easily done.
Move up a little bit.
Ready for battle.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Go ahead and use your Gigaton ability. I heard it go off. It didn't do any damage though. Weird. Okay, that's something I'll have to look into in the future.
Reading you loud and clear.
Okay, how's our fighters doing? We're down to 3. That's expected.
Comlink active. Good day, Commander. That's more like it.
Princess, move up a little bit. I mean, actually, never mind, I like this formation.
Comlink active. Yes, Commander, at once.
Keep Princess in the middle while the rest of the other capitals surround it.
Ready for battle.
I like it. Alright, but for now, Princess, I want you to focus on
Start making your dinner
the
plans.
Disciples.
This won't take long.
Isabella, you
Good
focus on the
day,
skirmishers.
Start making your dinner plans. This won't take long.
Sherlock,
Comlink active.
you focus on that
I'll make
sentinel.
this short
It's killing our
and
fighters.
sweet. Ready for battle.
Watson. Yeah, you focus on the
Start
skirmishers
making
as
your dinner
well.
plans. This won't take long.
And Daisy,
Reading you loud and clear.
you focus on the raiders.
I'll hit 'em where it hurts.
I lost our thunderbolts quite quickly. This is cool. This is really cool. Like, I might move Princess up a little bit, but I do kind of like Princess being in the middle where the rest of the other ships are surrounding it to defend her, while she also takes all the attention. This is cool. I like this.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Sherlock is taking a little bit of damage. Some of the secondary weapons are focusing on him.
Comlink active. Ready for battle.
Oh yeah, and Isabella, you have your main weapon ability ready. You go ahead and use it on that one right there. Just aim the primary cannon. Let's get ready to do some massive amount of damage. Boom! This is Hyperion. That's the wrong game. Artemis. Hyperion is a different ship that they have. Oh, it's just eating the shields. It did a massive amount of damage to the shields, or to the armor.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
So it might not be a bad idea to have Watson up here in front in Sherlock's position. Because of the fact,
Good day,
you know, he can
Commander.
take enemy ships over and he has the Gigaton ability. And the Slash ability.
Ready for battle.
But Sherlock is a powerhouse, and Sherlock also has the Gigaton ability as well. So yeah, we'll keep Sherlock there. I'm just a little bit worried because Sherlock has less survivability than the Omega. So it makes a little bit more sense to have Omega up on the front lines than the Nova.
Good day, Commander.
You
Targets in
focus on
sight.
the heavy
Let's
frigates.
take 'em
Same
out.
thing with you.
Comlink active. Start making your dinner plans. This won't take long. Ready for battle.
Watson, I want you to focus on the Wardens.
I'll make this short and sweet.
I have to move up a little bit, but that's fine.
Reading you loud and clear.
Our Star Furies are dying quite quickly. We're still not doing too bad based off of how much anti-fighter weapon is currently going off. How are we doing with experience? We're getting close to leveling. So that's good. Watson's advancing a little bit. But yeah, I like this. I like this formation. I like a princess being in the middle, being surrounded by the other ones. Everyone just on a corner. The two primary ones up in front should be Watson and Isabella, where Sherlock and Daisy stay in the back.
Comlink active.
Yeah, let's try this ability one more time. I know I adjusted the ability a little bit, so it's just possible that I might have ruined the adjustment. I think there's supposed to be an effect that goes off front.
Scouts have found a colonizable
Unless
planet.
it does fire mines. It is possible that the mine that spawns in this ability, I just forgot to transfer over. Nope, never mind. It is activating, so that is the mine. And it does hit. It just doesn't do too much damage because of the low piercing, I think. Okay. But anyways, Sherlock and Watson have leveled up to 2. Fantastic. Daisy, why haven't you leveled up? Oh, you're just a little slow. You are... This is a perfect name for this ship. There you go, Daisy. Alright. And then Isabella won't level up until we get a little bit more experience, and Princess is only halfway leveled up. Okay, so let's go through these real
Good
quick.
day, Commander.
So Watson now has 19,090 armor and 16,100 hull. And 123 armor strength, because her armor is very, very strong. She does 9.5 DPS with our particle beams now, 7 DPS with the heavy pulse cannons, still 1.7 on the interceptors, and 13.0 on the missile racks. And we can now get the boarding party, so we can now have one abort. Jeez, we can now board a ship to take it over for our empire, which is cool. I kind of want to take over the Corvette. Actually, I want to take over the Acquaintance, so we might do that here in a moment, test to see how that works.
Comlink
And Sherlock
active.
now has 17,710 armor and 14,950 hull. Oh, and how much antimatter do you have now? 220? And you have 248. You also do 6.7 DPS with your heavy plasma arrays, 1.8 with your interceptors, and 13.3 with your missile rack. Because again, you're a sea ship, so you get a little bit more improvement when you level up. It also takes 725 experience to level up, which is the same as Watson. I just forgot to double check that. And you have 118 armor strength. For your next upgrade, I want to give you direct power to weapons, I think. And I want to give you the plasma version, so your plasma weapons do a little bit more DPS, since that's your primary weapon. So cool. And then
Comlink
Daisy
online.
now has 9,890 armor and 20,240 hull and 72 armor strength. You now do 4.9 DPS with your pulse cannons and 1.7 still with your interceptor. And you are going to get veteran pilot, so that your pilots have more hull and can put out more damage.
Good day, Commander.
Okay,
Comlink active.
we'll go ahead and activate that. You're still actually recovering your antimatter from putting down your Marines from earlier. That's funny.
Good day, Commander.
You... Ooh, they have to be quite close. Okay. We might kill this before it actually gets in range.
That's more like it.
I want you to try and take that ship over.
Comlink active. Good day, Commander.
What'd that put you up to? 7.0 on your heavy plasmas. Nice. Okay, everyone else, I want you to focus on everything that isn't this ship.
Start making your dinner plans. This won't take long.
How long does it take for this to actually activate? Is it not mine?
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Comlink online.
Did we not win the boarding party?
Good day, Commander.
Well. Dang. I wanted that acquaintance! Oh well. Okay, I think this ability might be a little bit bugged. It did give me like an error pop up when I put my my mouse over this, so there might be something, maybe a buff or something I need to transfer over for this to work properly. But again, that's the whole reason why we're testing this. Alright, we have successfully cleared out a tier 2. Let's see what the damage is. Also, this little rotational thing, if you guys notice when I zoom out and zoom back in while the game's paused, it disappears. I think it's because it's linked to game speed, and so when the game speed is not running, this isn't rotating, so it doesn't know it's there. That's just my theory. I don't know if that's true or not. But Watson took about 100 armor points of damage. Sherlock took a decent amount, about 1,300. Isabella took about slightly less than 2,000 shield damage, so she's perfectly fine. And a princess took about 3,000 shield damage, so again, still good. And Daisy just took like 20 armor damage from like fighters like going by. So yeah, still doing good. Survivability is still really, really good, even against the tier 2. And we also have 6,876 credits. So we are going to go ahead and upgrade our armor to have even more armor strength and additional armor regen. So let's see what that puts us up to once that goes through. We're going to have so much armor survivability from these upgrades.
Military research complete.
Alright, Watson now has 19,810 armor. Sherlock now has 18,375 armor. Isabella has 20,960. Daisy has 10,265. And Princess has 43,575. Woo, baby! That is a lot of stuff, and we still have over 1,000 credits, so I can use that to go to our civilian research and get us Arctic colonization, so that we can colonize this planet. Again, you don't have to colonize the planets. I just want to as a mental
Civilian research tier complete.
as a mental note.
Yes, Commander. At once.
And so like also in the future, if I come back here and I want to build some
Civilian research complete.
some defenses for a different planet, we definitely can do it. Okay, so that is done.
Comlink active. Ready for battle.
Sherlock, if you don't mind,
Easily done.
go ahead and take over this planet. Let's go back to normal speed.
Comlink
And
active.
yeah, antimatter is going to be a big problem once we start getting a higher level. So getting a better antimatter research and putting antimatter modules on our ships is probably going to be more beneficial. In fact, we might put our antimatter engines on before we upgrade our armor even more. Because I feel like right now our survivability is good. Fighting off a tier 2 definitely didn't feel too big of a threat. Let's see, Princess has a shield regeneration of 11. What do you have? Shield regeneration of 6. Whew, so slow. So slow. But at least the fact that these ones have shields, that means they can start recharging, or they can start getting more survivability going up 1 minute after the battle instead of 3 minutes like the rest. Yeah, so Princess isn't going to level up on the next fight either. She requires a lot of experience. But Isabella will level up.
Good day, Commander.
And with her level up, we'll get the Assault Plasma Motors. So she'll have an anti-hull ability and anti-armor ability.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Hey, we have found the fine frigates. Ooh, and I should show this off real quick because I have been adjusting the NPCs from the last series. So now the NPCs start off with nothing. They start off with nothing. So they have to build all of their stuff and all of their weapons and fleets from the very beginning, which also means that they're probably not going to be ready to fight till about an hour into the game. So they basically been broken into three tiers of NPCs. You have the market NPCs, which is like the fine frigates and the other one that I can't think of on top of my head. They're tier 1s, so they get 1 construction ship. I think it's 6. No, it's 4. 4 civilian slots and 12 military slots. I believe that's how I have it set. But anyways, they're tier 1 and they have a low income. Tier 2s have 2 construction ships, and I believe that stuff is doubled. No, I think it goes up to 6. They have 6 civilian slots and 18 military slots. And in tier 3, which is the pirate base, has 8 civilian slots and 24 military slots. The fleet capacity for tier 1s is 200 for defense, 50 for roaming, and the roaming fleet is what they're going to fight you when you invade a nearby planet. The tier 2s have 400 defense fleets and 100 roaming, and the pirate base has 600 defense and 150 roaming. So overall, total fleet capacity that the marketing areas are going to have is 250. The tier 2s, which is the aggressor AI, which right now is just the Alexians, I think, will have a total of 500, and the pirate bases will have a total of 750. So yeah, that's what they're currently set in, and then when we start doing continuing the RPG for the second system, those will also be increased. So those systems are going to get a little bit more difficult. Anyways,
Comlink active.
Let's
A
move the
new
fleet up.
colony has been founded. That's more like it. Ready for battle.
let's move all you boys up. Let's get ready to fight the next tier 2. Hey, we have found the pirate base. Let's see what they look like. They should be basically good to go. They're still building up their fleet. Oh my god, they're building their fleet quickly. Oh. Interesting. Okay.
Where
This
to
is something I
now?
didn't expect. So apparently
I'll find a way.
on this
What do you need to know?
you get up
On
here.
my way.
You stop moving. Apparently on this generation, the fine frigates decide to spawn right next to the pirate base, which I didn't know that was possible. So the pirates are currently fighting them. I want to see this.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
What do you need to know? Where to now?
Yeah, they're sending ships out right now. Eventually the pirates are gonna win because they have a bigger economy than the other ones. Well, this is cool. And one of my ideas I want to do for the hardcore mod, I want to make it to where every faction has the ability to expand as much as they want. Pirate bases, mercenary bases, and all that. Pirate bases will be allied with the mercenaries, but hostile to everyone else. The faction that is warmongering will be hostile to everything, and the markets will be hostile to the pirates and militia, but allied to us. So it'll be like situations where these guys will be expanding and have like their own little small empires, and then they'll eventually go to war with like pirates and try to take over their territory, and then we have to either take the territory behind them or kind of just watch the chaos and just see what happens.
Looking for something? I'll find a way. Where to now?
Come on, scouts, get over there. I want to see what's happening. Our fleet is almost in position, but I just want to see what's happening over here. I'm curious. Because this is something I wasn't expecting to be an interaction. Oh my. Okay, so they have a heavily defensive area. Ooh, they have an acquaintance. Oh, and I did make it to where the graveyard can build literally a little bit of everything. So they can build some of the Bablon 5 ships, they can build some of the Star Wars ships, Basari, Advent, and same thing with their defenses. They have a couple Advent defenses. Oh yeah, is this actually working? Hey, it is! We have 10,000 seconds until this auction is done. So happy to see that's all working. Okay. And right now it kind of just looks like the pirates are chasing the these guys. They're just going back and forth. Because I don't think they have a large enough raiding party to really take advantage of this. Let's just see what they do real quick, and then we'll go back to our RPG. This is just fascinating to me. That's part of the reasons why I want to work more on my hardcore mod, because I wanted to see more interactions like this with the enemy. Yep. They arrive and then they immediately run away. They're just stuck in a loop right now. Okay. Very fascinating. Anyways, let's get back to our RPG. Let's get ready to fight this next tier 2. And then after that, we'll probably end the episode. And we'll get ready to fight our first tier 3. See how well the fleet handles that.
Easily done. Good day, Commander.
And boop.
That's more like it.
Alrighty. Let's move the fleet out. Get ready for a fight. Alrighty. Princess has arrived.
Ready for battle. Yes, Commander. At once.
Let's go to battle time. Or battle speed, I should say. Let's move on in. Other part of the fleet is waiting for Daisy. God, this makes so much sense. To line herself up so they can move. There they go. I love this. 9,800 seconds until the auction ends. So we don't have to constantly hear the auctions going on and off all the time, because they're just stuck on going on forever. But anyways, Princess, I'd like you to keep moving up. Oh, jeez. One round of beams almost kills one of those acolytes. That is quite crazy. Alright, everyone almost here? Yep. Sweet.
Comlink active.
Alright, Isabella. Let's put you up here.
Yes, Commander. At once. Ready
Watson,
for
you're in the
battle.
back.
Easily done. Good day, Commander.
Sherlock, you're up here in the front.
More like it.
And once Daisy shows up,
Our fleet
She
is
will
under
be in the
attack.
back. There she
Standing
is.
by. Moving out. Ready for battle.
Keep moving Princess up. Yep,
Scouts
so
have found a
far I'm
colonizable
enjoying
planet.
this fleet. A little bit disappointed that some of the abilities don't work, but that could be my fault. I probably didn't implement them properly.
That's more like it.
They are scaled up to where they're supposed to be. I just didn't properly test them. It's
Comlink
fine.
online. Set a course. Comlink active. That's more like it. Ready for battle. Yes,
Alright.
Commander. At once. Comlink active.
I want to keep moving up. While Princess continues getting the attention of everything around her. In fact, you're good to go. You can stop moving.
Ready for
Let's wait for the rest of the
battle.
fleet to
Easily done.
get up in a position.
Comlink active. Yes, Commander. At once. Good day, Commander. Easily done. Standing by. You made the right choice.
It's on!
Ready for battle.
Alright, everyone's abilities ready. You are, but I'm waiting for you to get in position before I use
Good
yours.
day, Commander.
Yeah, I wonder if I have to buy the charges. I might have to modify this where it no longer requires charges for the RPG mod.
Comlink active. Yes, Commander. At once. Ready for battle. Good day, Commander.
Crap. Isabella, you went way too high.
Ready for battle. Easily done.
I need to get Princess up a little bit higher, because you're way too high up in front.
Reading you loud and clear. Comlink active.
Alright, Sherlock, I want you... go ahead and fight
Targets in sight.
those guys.
Let's take them out. Good day,
Same
Commander.
thing with Watson. You take care of the skirmishers.
Start making your dinner plans. This won't take long.
And
Comlink
Isabella,
active.
I want you to take care
I'll
of the
make this
Sentinels.
short
And by
sweet.
doing that, I want you to make it disappear. Choo. The dual beam is really, really cool. That's really cool. It's a good snapshot. Just shows you how deadly that ship is. I love it. And Isabella's about to level up here in a moment, so that's cool. Hey, there she goes.
Reading you loud and clear.
Daisy, as much as you're doing a good job helping the front line,
I've got a clean shot.
please try and kill those guys. Also, we're down to one Thunderbolt. We lost all of our fighters already. I wasn't paying attention to them.
Comlink
It's all good.
active.
But anyways, Isabella now has 6,210 shields, 24,105 armor, and 18,860 hull, as well as does 8.4 DPS with her twin-linked heavy railgun, 5.2 DPS with a twin-link heavy pulse cannon, 1.7 on the interceptors, 15.8 on the large huge missile racks, and 1.7 on the twin-linked light pulse cannons. Nice. And your second ability is going to be the plasma motor, which I am very excited to try, because this is a high armor piercing ability. I want you to use it on that heavy frigate. Let's see how this ability works. You now require 1,000 experience to level up. Oh god. I love the Warlock. I think the Warlock is my favorite ship out of all these. I just love how deadly it is. It's so
Scouts have found
aggressive.
a colonizable planet.
Down to half on your
Good
antimatter
day,
reserves.
Commander. Comlink active.
Use this ability right here. I should be able to do a decent amount of damage to all of those ships. Gotta get a little bit closer.
Comlink online.
Speaking of that,
You made the right choice.
always get a little bit closer. How you doing on survivability? Perfectly fine. Still have 8,000 shields, 4,800 shields, and you've only taken about 500 armor damage. All looking good. Only downside right now is we have no fighters, so Daisy is a little bit useless right now. Not gonna lie. I mean, she can help with fighting the Corvettes with her interceptors and pulse cannons, but that's pretty much it. She has no fighter support.
Good day, Commander. Yes, Commander. At once.
Alright, Watson, move up a little bit.
Comlink active.
Sherlock, I want you to focus on
Start making
that
your
disciple.
dinner plans. This won't take long.
And
Ready
Isabella, what
for
are you?
battle.
What are you shooting at? Not much. Focus on the, I guess, wardens.
I'll make this short and sweet.
Try to get rid of some of this anti-fighter capability, so we can start using
Good
other
day,
fighters.
Commander.
Same thing with you, Watson. Focus on the wardens.
Targets in sight. Let's take them out. Ready for battle.
Cool. Yeah, I really like this formation. This formation works pretty good. Sherlock and Watson and Isabella up in front, Princess in the middle, Watson and Daisy in the back. This works good. I like it.
Good day, Commander.
They're trying to shoot down the missiles, but it's too much for them. So many missiles. So many missiles.
Comlink active.
So we do have a double priority reason to focus on anti-air units because of the fact that I think 3 of these ships have long-range missile launchers that do a good chunk of damage. So, but anyways,
Good day, Commander.
everyone, I want you guys to all focus on
Start making your dinner plans.
that one light
This
Corvette.
won't take long.
You
Comlink
focus on the
online.
diffusers,
We've got 'em right where we want 'em.
defensors, diffusers. I'm just gonna call them diffusers because that's what I always call them. And Warlock or Isabella, all of her missiles. So cool.
Comlink active.
All right.
Start making your dinner plans. This won't take long.
We have 1 Star Fury alive. Cool. And now we just have Corvettes. Which the missiles are going to kind of have a hard time tracking because they don't really go fast enough to really hit the Corvettes. So many missiles.
Comlink
All right.
active.
How did we do that time? We took about slightly less than 5,000 shield damage on Princess, about 2,000 shield damage on Isabella, about maybe 800 armor damage on Sherlock, about 700 armor damage on Watson, and about 200 armor damage on Daisy. So yeah, we can handle a tier 2 no problem, even at this stage where everyone is level 2 except for Princess, and we have I think 1 armor research done. Yeah.
Ready for battle.
So we're looking good. Again, in long-term battles, antimatter is going to be our big problem. So we just, again, still have to keep that in mind for when we fight tier 4s and especially tier 5s, because those battles are going to take a very long time.
Good day, Commander.
But anyways, we don't have enough time to fight the tier 3, so that's going to be in the next episode. Let's go ahead,
Ready for
grab
battle.
Sherlock and get him to take over this
Easily
planet.
done.
That's basically going to take all of his antimatter, so his power to weapons isn't really going to be too useful. But yeah, so far doing good. So far, really impressed with this group. They feel good. Like, they don't feel overpowered by any way. The Warlock is definitely my favorite just because of all the weapons it has. In fact, it actually has shields compared to the other ones, so survivability is a little bit better. And the fact that it has weapons that specialize against like every type of defense. Like, it has a powerful whole fighting ability. The particle beam, it has the motor that does a crap ton of damage to armor, and then the shield array, which we haven't gotten yet, or the shield feedback that just does damage to nearby enemy shields. This ship, once it gets leveled up, and once we get some antimatter research and get some antimatter batteries built on the ship, it's going to be very, very deadly, and I am so looking forward to it. Victory is still one of my favorites too, just because it's one of my favorites because of its simplicity. It's my favorite for the opposite reason why the Warlock is my favorite, because all it is just powerful weapons, high amounts of defense, and beams, lots and lots of beams. So this one's one of my favorites because of simplicity. This one's one of my favorites just because of the sheer amounts of weapons it has. So, but yeah, anyways, we have this planet under our control. I'm going to start moving our ships up to get ready to jump to the Tier 3 system. And yeah, we're going to do that in the next episode. And next episode we definitely we found the AI that doesn't do anything because it's literally just there to keep the game running, because you can't play the game by yourself. You have to have at least 2 players. So we found him. But anyways, hopefully you guys are enjoying this. If you are, please leave a like. If you like what I do, consider subscribing, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Until then, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Thaker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.